Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 112. 112. Before we start off, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you for helping me reach 300 subscribers. There will be something special coming up soon in the next week or so. So today's episode is another thread that I'm piggybacking on. This came from my friend Kevin from Sonic Boom TV. I'm going to post his link to the YouTube channel. He does a lot of, Salvation Army type finds, or I forget what's the word he uses for that there. But anyway, a good, decent channel. You guys should check it out and subscribe. So I'm putting his link on the bottom. So the thread is, it's 20 questions, pretty much. So the original was Rob Walker, which I'm unfamiliar with. He started off this vinyl thread, vinyltag 2023, for the vinyl community on YouTube. And he's asking 20 questions and hoping to get the tag going on. So I'll put the questions also in my description of this video. So I'll be answering those questions, and I guess you'll be learning a little bit more about myself, which some stuff that I haven't really discussed on my channel before. So once again, here we go. But before we start off, cheers to you all. I'm still continuing that tradition for 2023. Okay, so here are the 20 questions, and I'm going to be... The ones that I've talked about on my channel before, I'm not going to go into depth there. It's not to bore you guys there. So, favorite new release of 2022. Well, last episode, I'm not going to go on about this one. Ghost Impera, my favorite album of 2022. So, I'm not going to bore you guys with any more details. Just go watch the last episode for the top 2022. Question 2. Last band or solo artist you saw live? Well, this was actually Merciful Fate in Laval. It was back November 11th. I actually just thought that up. Why is that? Because that was the same release date of Black Panther. Which my friend Pascal's like, sorry for missing the opener. But anyway, yeah, that was my last concert that I saw was last November 2022, which was Merciful Fate, Midnight, and Creator. So that was in Laval, Quebec. Very good show. Here I am with Merciful Fate albums, only missing 2 so far. So thought I'd put the really nice cover right here. So don't break the oath here. So there you go. That was the last concert I attended. Question 3. Their band or solo or artist that their first album was the best. I'll put Fastway. This album is awesome, like from A to Z. And then every album after that just goes downhill from there. So I'm putting Fastway's first album, like, this is like a 10 out of 10 here. Who's Fastway? Well, it's Fast Eddie Clarke from Motorhead after he left Motorhead. And of course, a young Dave King, who was singing and is now Flogging Molly, I believe, the singer for Flogging Molly. So the first Fastway, their first album, is the best. Next up, all right, Hat Trick Vinyl, which I was actually pretty proud of this one. So, Hat Trick, how did he write this here? Hat Trick show the vinyl CD cassette of an album. How about I show 4? I'll show you what I mean. Kiss Destroyer on cassette. Kiss Destroyer on CD. Kiss Destroyer on 8-track. And Kiss Destroyer on vinyl. I don't even know how I got that 8-track. It was given to me way back. But yeah, I got 4. So I got one up. Does anybody have a reel to reel of some of those albums there? So yeah, hat trick. You know, I went one up and I went one more with an 8-track. Okay, question 5. Album that starts and ends with the same letter. I didn't search that much. I literally took the first album that came to mind, which was Dead Winter Dead. So it starts with a D and ends with a D. Not very original. I talked about these guys a while back, or a couple of weeks ago, I should say. So Sabotage, Dead Winter Dead, starts with a D, ends with a D. All right, question 6. Artist that was born the same year as you. So I was born in 72, so I was typed in rock stars or musicians born in 1972. It's all fucking like hip hop or grunge artists. So I'm like, but then one stood out. I'm like, yes, I like her. Melissa Aftermore from Montreal, solo artist. Previously, the bass player for Smashing Pumpkins and Hole. So looks like she was born in March of 1972. I was born in February of 1972. So I am putting Melissa Aftermore as the artist born in the same year as myself. All right. Next question, number 7. Most listened to album in 2022. This is not a big shock. I'm putting Blue Oyster Cult, Fire of Unknown Origin. Even my dad loves this album, and he requests it often for me to play it while I'm making him supper. So Blue Oyster Cult, Fire of Unknown Origin is easily the album I played the most in 2022, and probably even 2021. So there you go. Question number 8. Most listened to artist of 2022. Well, I'm going to say thanks to that documentary, I'm putting Triumph as the most listened to artist. Not necessarily the album, but this is the artist I've listened to, and I was like, that documentary changed how I listened to Triumph like completely here. So I went from liking them to loving them in this past year's 2022. So Triumph, and of course this is their live album Stages. So most listened to artist of 2022 goes to Triumph. Another sip. All right, this one really came out of nowhere. Australian artist or band. Like, I only know the one, so I'm putting Men at Work. This is one of my top non-metal or non-hard rock bands out there. There's 4 of them, and I may do an episode about this soon. So Men at Work from Australia. I think this is the only band I know that's from Australia, to be honest there. So, well, no. There's AC/DC, right? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh my god, and Airborne. But you know what? This is the first band that came to mind when I thought of Australia. Men at Work. So, like, why the hell did I not think of AC/DC? I still prefer Men at Work, I guess. All right, this one here. Surprise purchase of 2022. I blame my friend Steve from Rock and Metal Invasion regarding this one here. He was doing a female-fronted, or some episodes about female-fronted bands or artists, and put this album on. Anyway, I'll put it on. Susie Hatton, Body and Soul. So he's like, he was like, oh, her voice is, well, it is what it is. And I actually looked at the video Blue Monday, which I freaking loved. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with her voice? Is actually, my only problem with her is she always seems to have a resting bitch face, like never smiles. And for those of you who don't know who this is, Susie Hatton, she's the girl in the what the hell's that Poison video there? Fallen Angel. And of course she was going out with Bret Michaels of Poison also at one time. But yeah, if you watch her video, Blue Monday, there's one scene where she has a smile. And I guess because someone told her a joke. But apart from that, like a modeling, it's like no smile, resting bitch face. That's my only complaint. So Susie Hatton, Body and Soul. I went and bought this because my friend Steve said, her voice is okay. But I did have the hots for her like back then there, and this is actually a lot better than what she's done in Fallen Angel Poison. So, Susie Hatton, Body and Soul. Thanks, Steve. An artist you're complete on. Okay, well, this... So I'm just going to show what I bought this year. No shocker. I'm going to put the box set 3 vinyl box set of the reissue of Creatures of the Night. So I have everything. I'm not talking about bootlegs here. I'm not a big bootleg fan there, but any official release by Kiss, I have it either on cassette, CD, vinyl, or 8-track apparently. Apparently this the eyes do glow in the dark. I didn't test it out because I'm no longer 13 years old. That's not true. I did test it out. Okay, maybe for like a second or so. I should really test it out there. But apparently these eyes, and you could feel the eyes as something. So apparently they do glow in the dark. I guess if you hit them on the light and then close the lights. So anyway, everything I have everything regarding Kiss. So I just thought I'd show my box set of Creatures of the Night 40th anniversary that I got this year. All right, next question. A great run of 3 albums. That actually, I got a few bands, but like I said, I decided, you know what, let's go with a band that I did not talk about yet on this episode. So I'm going to go with Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. Then Mob Rules. Then Born Again. I went studio, I'm not counting Live Evil. So the first 2 was with Ronnie James Dio. This one's with Ian Gillan from Deep Purple. 3 great albums I think are awesome. So that's my 3 great run of 3 albums. Black Sabbath right there. 80s, question. Where are we at now? Question 13. Your favorite 80s soundtrack. Easy. Shaka! Shaka! This soundtrack is so much better than the movie. The movie is shit. The soundtrack is friggin' good. You've got the song Shocker, which is the Dudes of Wrath, which, if I remember correctly, and without looking at the credits, was Paul Stanley, Tommy Lee, Rudy Sarzo, Guy Man Dude. Is that it? Anyway, Alice Cooper's on this too. Megadeth, Iggy Pop, Saraya, Dangerous Toys. Great soundtrack. So 80s. This is from 89, I think. Yeah, 89. So my favorite 80s soundtrack is Shocker. Not easy to find. All right, artists we lost in 2022. I'm not gonna go with the obvious. I'm no comment on that. I'm gonna go with Olivia Newton-John. I had the greatest hits number 2, or yeah, volume 2. This is the one with her 80s hits, which I know a lot. So yeah, I do enjoy this album here. So Olivia Newton-John passed away in 2022. So I'm putting her greatest hits, and my favorite artist that we lost in 2022 is Olivia Newton-John. There you go. Next question. Number 15, disappointing purchase in 2022. So I only bought this to complete his collection. David Lee Roth, this is shit. That's all I'm saying about this. Next question. Non-vinyl purchase. Well, I'm putting it right here, which is the Fist Alive. I've had to buy it on digital because They told me, or Fist told me at the beginning of 2022, this was to be released on vinyl. I'm still waiting. So I had to buy it digitally, as I do like Fist a lot. And I would definitely go and buy them, or buy that on vinyl when it did come out. So Fist Alive. Had to buy it on digital. So there you go. Question 17. You found a grail. I guess it's something that's rare, or you're very proud to have found. I have found 2 copies, so my friend Yan has one. The original Wicked Lester sessions. Now, we all know this is not an official release. The Wicked Lester. Who's Wicked Lester? This is Kiss before they were Kiss. Okay, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley were in this band. They had a record contract, never released it. I guess this is an unofficial copy of their Wicked Lester first album. A little pricey, I'll admit, but remember my friend Yan, we were going record shopping one time. He's like, I'd really like to find that Wicked Lester, and I tell him, I don't think it exists. It was never released. Then I got unofficial releases, so I went and checked, and sure enough, I found this. Found on eBay 2 copies. I got one for me, one for my friend Yan, so he's got one too. So you're welcome, Yan. So Wicked Lester, yes, it's an unofficial copy, but a great find. And I think there was like maybe 500 made of these. I don't know. We got the beige version, the beige album. So there you go. Wicked Lester, proud to have found this one. Been looking all our lives for something Wicked Lester. Got all these shit recordings on cassette or whatnot there. So anyway, cheers. Okay, number 18, space-themed album sleeve or song. I'm going to go with album sleeve. The band is CASSETTE, and I'm going to go with Ecosphere. Well, you can see the planet there. It's got girls in outer space. There's another planet right there. That's pretty much all I have to say regarding this one here. So CASSETTE Ecosphere space-themed album cover. That's pretty decent. All right. Number 19. Show some VCLT. I forget what it meant. Vinyl community. Or a present. Anyway. I'm going to go with... So... on Instagram, there's a guy. His name is Spin Dr. Goozy. I'm going to put his username from Instagram on the description below. He does some contests from time to time. I've actually won twice. Here's one of them. Megadeth United Abominations. They're pretty easy contests to enter if anybody wants to go check him out there. So United Abominations, Megadeth. I won this on Instagram by... I actually forget what I had to do there, but it was something I had to do. I had to go say or like something. I forget, but yeah, sometimes I'm not sure if he still does these. I haven't seen... he hasn't been active on Instagram as much in a while there, but yes, I did receive 2 Megadeth. The other one was The World Needs a Hero and United Abominations. I won this from Spin Dr. Goozy from Hawaii. Great guy. So I'll put his link on the bottom here. So there you go. Megadeth United Abominations. And last question. Show an album released in 1973. Well, again, I could have easily gone with Kiss, but I'm going to go with another band that I love, which is Alice Cooper, Muscle of Love, which was released in 1973, sorry. This is the one made out of cardboard. I love this album cover. Love this album. I love showing it off here. I'm glad I have the original version here, which is in a cardboard. Apparently it was a pain in the ass for vinyl sellers, but you know what? So here we go. Alice Cooper, Muscle of Love, 1973. So there you go. Cheers to all. So that's the thread. So I'll be putting the questions in the, if you guys want to piggyback on this one, well, I'll put the original where it came from. I'll put my friend Kevin's channel link also, so you guys should go check his channel out. And yeah, the vinyl community, vinyl tag 2023, 20 questions. It was actually fun. And some albums I wouldn't, because usually my show's about hard rock metal. And trying to find a time where I could put Men at Work in my, even though I should have thought of AC/DC or even Airborne. Now that you think about it. But anyway, that's my episode for today. So check out all the details in the description here for where to, if you guys want to make your own, or you want to check out the original, or check out my friend Kevin's YouTube channel. So on that note, have yourselves a great whatever, guys. Thank you again for watching. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and we shall see you next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.